We spent all last week talking about the Celtics' demise. Like, it seemed like we spent the last 2 weeks just talking about Kyrie Irving going to the Knicks. What's wrong with them? Is it Brad Stevens' fault? Is it Kyrie's fault? Is it, Ainge? Who are they going to trade? And what's going on with Tatum? We spent so much time talking about that, but quietly, they've put together a little win streak. They've won 3 in a row. They were on ABC on national television against the Lakers. They handled the Lakers easily after beating the Warriors easily. And Kyrie himself has been playing pretty well. They're now just 1 game out of 3rd place in the East. Now you're going to see Kyrie cooking. Are the problems with the Celtics, how much of it is a media creation and how much of it is it real?
So everyone's talking about after their long plane ride west, the 6-hour plane ride, that was the medicine for them, right? They're forced to talk to each other, communicate, they're eating all their meals together. When you're playing at home, you check in for shoot around, you check in for the game, and then you go home to your respective people that are all amping you up, your people's people, your groups, right?
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, you didn't get that minutes. When you're on the road, that doesn't happen. So I think this was a good timed road trip for them, right? But when they played the Warriors, they had no choice but to be focused, especially coming off of that whole team bonding experience.
Yeah.
And then they're playing the Warriors, and then they played Celtics basketball. And I say Celtics basketball because when you think about the best version of the Celtics, it's when you don't know who's going to step up. Everyone's competing, and that was a big game for them. And Gordon Hayward, he had about 30 points in that game. I've noticed, and this is one stat that SIG brought us, when Gordon Hayward shoots 50%, the Celtics, up until that Warriors point, are 18-2 on this year.
Wow.
The fact that they're moving the ball and Gordon Hayward is producing, that's true Celtics basketball. And then more impressive to me was on a back-to-back when Kyrie Irving was not playing. They won. Again, Gordon Hayward with the game winner. Then they go to LA where there could be a lot of distractions, and they win again. This is things trending in the right direction. This road trip might be the medicine. It's not the cure. Like, they're going to have to go home and deal with all of those things because they've taken some tough losses at home as well.
Well, Kyrie Irving was asked after a game sort of about what has changed, and he mentioned that plane ride and the road trip. Let's listen to Kyrie.
Can you tell us what changed? Because Brad said the plane ride out here, that everything was just different.
I did some coaching on the plane myself.
Right.
I helped Coach Stevens with some coaching, but more or less just getting our spirit right. Our energy, I think the rigors of the season could get to you a little bit. I myself was very frustrated. High expectations from myself and from my teammates, and we're not being up to that standard. I'm aware it on my shoulders. I'm a very passionate guy, and the ultimate goal is to win a championship.
I'm asking this honestly. I'm not playing. He's joking when he says he did some coaching with Brad Stevens.
It was like one of those pat on the backs, but just a joke.
He was joking, right?
Totally
honestly,
joking.
I couldn't tell. I was like, wait. Did he say he was coaching Brad Stevens?
See, this is what happened with Flat Earth. He's like, I believe the world is flat. And everyone's like, he's serious. No, he's joking.
He's just playing, right?
He's playing.
Okay.
But I do like this because the things that went viral, not only was the big one against the Warriors, but it was also him against the Kings, not playing, but cheering his squad. I think he's realizing talk is cheap. Like, let me go and back that up and play well.
He missed playoff games last year.
Yeah.
Playoff games in the city in which he was in the city, and he's like, I was rehabbing.
His city, allegedly.
Yeah, it's like you're rehabbing at night when you didn't have the schedule, you didn't know the game was going to be at it's a little weird. So it is good to see him doing this, and I also see this team as a team, again, like, I don't know what's happening in the Eastern Conference. We'll discuss that later, but like, I can see this team being a really tough out in a 7-game series.
You don't want them Celtics problems in the playoffs because they play their best when they have no choice but to play their best.
Yes, and they also play something called defense when they want to, and some teams are just not built.
It's optional.
Yeah, exactly. Some teams it's like, we don't really do much of that. And then there's so much discussion about Kyrie Irving and what's he going to do next year and his leadership, and the way he's been dealing with the media lately has not been exactly what they coach in media training in the National Basketball Association. But Marcus Morris, who's a veteran leader, he had this to say about Kyrie Irving and his role with the Celtics. He said, quote, he was asked about the resurgence. Ask that man right there, Kyrie. His energy has just taken us to another level. He's been great for us. Everybody been talking about how he want out and all this other bleep, but he's been great for us. A great leader.
I love Marcus Morris. I love them twins.
I love the Morris twins.
I love them twins. Same tattoo, same bank account. I'm here for that.
So here's my question. Is this one of those, like, when the coach has to come out and back their quarterback, but doesn't really back their quarterback? Like, if you have to come out and say he's a great leader, does that mean he's a great leader? Or is Marcus Morris just trying to say he's a great leader because everyone's saying he's not?
I think he means the truth here. He speaks the truth because if you ask anybody in Boston who the emotional leader of that team is, who's the voice of the locker room, it's not Kyrie, it's Marcus Morris. So if you look at what he's saying, I think he's speaking truth to power. Like, yes, Kyrie's turned a corner. He's playing unselfishly against the Warriors. He had like 18 and 11 assists. It's not like one of those lopsided 36-point games, 5 assists. This is the type of game you want from Kyrie. You want him playing at both ends. You want him facilitating and empowering others, and that's what he's doing. And this is coming from the voice of the locker room, so I believe it.
How far do the Celtics need to go in the playoffs for Kyrie to stay?
I don't think it even matters.
You're talking about they make the finals and lose in 6?
Okay, so if they make it to the NBA Finals, I don't know, man.
And they're hosting games in Boston.
Let me tell you,
finals games with the finals logo on the floor.
Yeah,
you don't think that's going to help
You're
him,
right.
you know?
It'll remind him of that commercial with him and his dad.
And the rafters and everything. Like I really think with all these free agents, it's just a function of how deep they go into the playoffs.
Exactly.
You know, with Kawhi and with Jimmy Butler and with Kyrie, like not all of those guys are going to the finals, but I feel like the team that does will keep their player.
I think there's been a lot of internal chemistry, cohesion type of drama happening in a lot of franchises that even though teams might go deep in the playoffs, there might be some stuff that can't just be water under the bridge for a lot of different players. You think about Draymond Green, what he's gone through, Kyrie, KD, his name being tossed around. I mean, even now we're talking LeBron James. What?
And that's why we love the NBA
NBA
so much.